Hello friends, I'm really pleased to be sharing with you today and bringing the last message in our Christmas Kindness Adventure calendar. But before I share my thoughts, I'd like to say thank you to you for coming on this adventure with us. I hope you've enjoyed it and been encouraged, and I hope you felt connected in to Grace Church family. It's been great to see and hear from so many different people, to be inspired by creative ideas, suggesting so many different ways to share kindness. And it's been fantastic to be reminded of God's love for us. I want to thank all those who recorded a message and all those of you who pass the messages on to others each day. So our adventure may be ending today, but God's love never ends. So let's continue to make time every day to soak in God's love, because when we do, it will spill out of us in all sorts of ways and in all sorts of acts of kindness. Remember, we love because He first loved us. So take time to know more of His love for you every day. And here's my little story, which I hope will help. It's about US astronaut James Irwin, the 8th person to walk on the moon. James Irwin said, "Before I entered space with the Apollo 15 mission in 1971, I was a lukewarm Christian, to say the least. I was even a silent Christian. But being on the moon had a profound spiritual impact upon my life." He explained how the Earth reminded him of a Christmas tree ornament hanging in the blackness of space. He says, "As we got farther and farther away, it diminished in size. Finally, it shrank to the size of a marble, the most beautiful marble you can imagine. That beautiful, warm, living object looked so fragile, so delicate, that if you touched it with a finger, it would crumble and fall apart. Seeing this has to change a man, has to make a man appreciate the creation of God and the love of God." He went on to say that the most significant achievement of our age is not that man stood on the moon, but rather that God in Christ Jesus stood upon this earth. Take a moment to think about that. God became one of us to come to us. He came for all mankind, but He came for me and He came for you. He would have come just for you. He came to meet you right where you are. He came to take your mistakes. He came to hold your heavy heart. He came to show you just how much He loves you. I want to close by sharing a song called Emmanuel by Hannah Kerr. The link is in the description of this clip and in the WhatsApp message you got too. Take a moment to listen. And as you do, reflect on James Irwin's thoughts about the significance of the creator of this world coming into this world. And consider how He came, lost, without a home, and helpless as a baby. And acknowledge that He did it for you. James Irwin's experience of walking on the moon helped him to feel the power of God as he'd never felt it before. I pray that you might experience the power of God's love right now, right where you are. Happy Christmas, and may God bless you all.